July 2020. Do we have any apologies?
Councillor Crown.
Councillor Crown, someone like to move apologies be accepted? Councillor Wright and Councillor McGrath. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
To the contrary, no. Carried. Any conflicts of interest? There being none. No public forum. Announcements by the Mayor? No. Announcements by the Chair? No. And announcements by management? Adele? The Chief Executive, Interim Chief Executive is? No? Okay. Would someone like to move that the minutes of the Prosperous Napier Committee meeting held on Thursday the 27th of February 2020 be taken as a true and correct record?
Move.
Deputy Mayor and Councillor Tapani. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
To the contrary? Carried. We have 2 items on our agenda, or are there any minor matters that would like to be added? No? So we have 2 items on the agenda, the first being the licence to occupy the recreation reserve for the Sunday market, and invite Brian Faulkner to speak to this.
Good morning. This is a straightforward procedural matter required under the Reserves Act, where Council is acting under delegated authority from the Minister of Conservation in granting a licence to occupy for the Sunday market, which is a commercial type operation on recreation reserves, both along here and as a backup site at Anderson Park. Council's already approved in principle this licence. It has been advertised, no objections. It has also been placed before the Maori Committee, which is a requirement by the Minister, and no issues there. So, as I say, I think it's just quite a straightforward procedural matter, but happy to answer any questions.
Councillor Bogue.
Yes, thank you very much through the Chair. Are there any changes between this and the previous licence to occupy?
Not really. It's 3 years with no right of renewal at this point in time. No, very little difference really in the terms of the licence.
Still the same amount per week?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Councillor Simpson.
Through you, Mr Chair, Brian, I was just looking at section 7.3, notice for altered venue, 24 hours. I take it that's a minimum period rather than target?
Yeah,
Tell them
yeah.
to relocate. After all, we've got a major event
Yes.
to relocate, re-advertise, and for stall holders to figure out where they're going.
Yeah, that would be just a minimum. Certainly, if we're aware of an event which has been booked well in advance, they Sunday market would be notified of that well in advance.
Thank you. Councillor Tapani.
Just a follow-on question, please, Brian. So in that notification, does that, in the event that there's a double booking on the reserve here and the team notify Margaret and others that there's a conflict, does that notification also include the booking of Anderson Park as the alternative venue when they go to notify Sunday market crew? Or
Yes.
do you? Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yes.
Are there any further questions? Would someone like to move the recommendation that Council approve the granting of the licence to occupy to Margaret Habib for the car park on Marine Parade immediately north of Ocean Spa and an alternative site at Anderson Park if the Marine Parade site is unavailable for the operation of the Sunday market for a term of 3 years? Do I have a mover? Councillor Bogue, seconder. Councillor Simpson. Do you wish to speak to that?
I'd just like to say that I think the market does give vibrancy down to that end of the parade. It's been well run, it's been going for years. Margaret seems to be quite flexible and has been a good tenant. I think it's good use of council land. It's another attraction for people on a Sunday morning, and it also allows food vendors and cottage industries to make some money. So, yeah, I fully support the renewal of this licence.
Councillor Simpson?
Arrangement's clean and simple. I think Councillor Bowe covered everything else that I would have said.
Does anybody else wish to speak to the recommendation? I'll put the recommendation. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
To the contrary, no. It's carried. The second item is our Hawke's Bay Disaster Relief Trust Council-controlled organisation exemption, and Caroline will speak to that.
Thank you, through the chair. This report is requesting a council approval to exempt the Hawke's Bay Disaster Relief Trust from CCO status to allow for reduced reporting requirements, and the main reason being that the CCO level of reporting required is actually disproportionate to the size and operations that this trust undertakes. This request and report has gone to all 5 councils, and 4 of them have approved. We're the last council to see this report and approve it.
Sorry, what was it last? Sorry, Mr. Chair. Was that last sentence?
So this request and this report has gone to all 5 councils for approval. 4 of them have approved. We're the last council in the chain.
So the Relief Trust is all the councils working together. Do we have any questions? Deputy Mayor Brosnan.
Thank you. Caroline, in the event that the trust is needed, i.e. we have an event and funds are put into the trust for the recovery, if that recovery, in a scenario where that was over a number of years, do the councils have the ability to put CCO status back onto the trust?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Councillor Simpson.
Through you, yeah, Caroline, the onerous responsibilities of a CCO are quite considerable. Have the trust offered up any other model for reporting back to its stakeholders?
None that I'm aware of, apart from the annual accounts.
Perhaps we could ask that the Civil Defence Emergency Management Group do an annual report to us. Perhaps we could ask that the trust matters be included in that report.
Yep.
Yep.
I think that's action. Debbie, did you record that? Okay. Are there any other questions relative to this matter? Do I have someone prepared to move that we receive the report titled Hawke's Bay Disaster Relief Trust Council-Controlled Organisation Exemption, and Part B, recommend that Council resolve that as provided for in Sections 6 and 7 of the Local Government Act 2002, the Council grants the Hawke's Bay Disaster Relief Trust an exemption from being a council-controlled organisation as defined by Section 6 of the Local Government Act 2002 for a period of 3 years to the 30th of June 2023. Moved by Councillor Simpson, seconder Councillor Tapani. Do you wish to speak to that?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Civil Defence Emergency Management Group has tried for many years to establish this trust. I congratulate them for getting it over the final hurdle. I think it is an important trust and function for our communities during a time of crisis, and we look forward to it being successfully applied when needed. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Tapani.
Councillor Simpson.
Does anybody else wish to speak to this resolution? There being no further discussion, I will put the recommendation. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
To the contrary, no. That is carried. Those are the two items on the open agenda, and so we will adjourn the Prosperous Napier Committee meeting and move back to the people and places public excluded.
Thank you.
Do you need